press conference here in just a few moments. Likely, they're just going to reiterate that as the belief now, which this lines up, unfortunately, with the debris field that was reported to have been found a few hours ago, earlier today. We also are looking very closely at this Hunter Biden. It's not enough to say Hunter Biden. Biden. Yes. Biden's, right? This is the Biden family. This implicates the sitting president of the United States. This IRS whistleblower who's come forward with, if the evidence is real, if these whistleblowers are telling the truth, it's corruption at the very top of the United States government. It's corruption right in the Oval Office. It's the Biden family that has done everything that we have said we thought they had been doing and worse. Clay, we got a few calls in. I know we want to talk about possible impeachment. Let's take David in Scottsdale, Arizona. David, what do you have for us?
Yeah, Clay, I'm with you. Garland, that Wolf, Weiss, the IRS, they all have to be subpoenaed right away.
Yes.
But I don't have confidence in the Republican leadership. They blow this all the time. So impeachment has to be started within the next week, and subpoenas have to go out. But I've seen this before, and I just don't have the confidence it's going to happen.
Wait, you mean the very strongly worded letter about Adam Schiff doesn't make you think the Republicans are ready for battle?
Wow.
Yeah. I think David asked an important...
They have to have, like, a prosecutor ask the questions in these congressional hearings, not all the show ponies that get to ask for 5 minutes.
Well, thank you, and I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Here's why impeachment has to happen, all right? And we'll talk a lot, I'm sure, about this tomorrow. Look, Merrick Garland's not going to get removed from office. Joe Biden's not going to get removed from office, right? The Democrats in the Senate are not going to vote to remove their star politicians from office, just like Donald Trump was not going to get removed from office during impeachment 1 or impeachment 2. But what this will do, and why it must happen, is it will force the media to cover the impeachment trials of Joe Biden and Merrick Garland. And all of this evidence that you and me and all of us out there are talking about that came out in this IRS whistleblower would be admissible in those impeachment trials. And the propagandists in the media would have to do their best to prove why this is not real, why these are not impeachable offenses. And in the process, I believe, Buck, many independent voters who otherwise would not be aware this existed can and will be influenced just the way with this stupid January 6th primetime hearing that worked to help Democrats in the midterms, right? It's fair to say a certain segment of the population bought the idea that democracy was under siege, even though it's a lie.
Can I give you a crazy thought that I think is going to be true? No matter how bad it gets for Joe Biden, the Democrats are so convinced that Donald Trump is a criminal and going to prison that they just won't care. Because in my head, I'm like, wait, could this be so bad that Biden finally pretends it's for health reasons, even though nobody would really buy that? So I guess it might just be stepping down because he wants to take care of his family or whatever. And then Kamala takes over, and the things we've talked about. I think they're just I think the messaging on this is going to be Biden is not, he's not going to be convicted because of who the DOJ is. He's not convicted. This is all just allegations and speculation, and Donald Trump is the real criminal who's under indictment. Clay, I think that's how they message this. That's the crazy town we're heading into.
Well, that could be true, Buck. But remember, Hunter Biden is committing that he is admitting that he committed crimes. So the one thing that makes it difficult here is Trump still denies that he's done anything wrong. Hunter Biden, even though these are awful, total sweetheart things that he is admitting to, he's now a criminal. And if you're admitting to some parts of crime, it's hard for Joe Biden to continue that, oh, Hunter hasn't done anything wrong defense when his own son is admitting to crimes.
Never underestimate how scummy the Democrats can be.
Good advice.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton on the front lines of truth.
The Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show on Super Talk 92.9.